Wednesday edition of a live Jim of All Trades TA. Let's do some live TA today, see what's going on. How y'all doing? I'm looking for my BTC chart. There it is. Let me pull up the chat in my phone here, guys. Give me some feedback. Was it helpful to have a 30-minute notice that we were going live? Was that helpful for you guys? I got to run and get a charging cord for my cell phone. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Didn't realize I didn't have my cell phone charged, and I can't see the chat without it, really. It's the easiest way for me to chat with you guys. All right. What's up, Ernst? What's up? Ernest, how are you? I saw your comment there. I'll let you know what I'm seeing there. There's my chart in front of you if that matches up with what you've got going on. Hope that's what you're saying there. What's up, Meyer, my friend? How are you, man? Bernard, what's up? Hey, Robert. And Carrie, hey, how are you? Shusain, what's up, man? Still haven't had a chance to go mess with Gan yet, but I will, buddy. I will, under your influence. So thank you. All right, good deal. All right, so if the notification in the future helped, like a 30-minute heads up or something, then I'll try to schedule them, at a decent hour for you guys. Is this a good hour of the day to do it for most of you, or what do you think? I'm kind of random these days, so let me know. Hello, MH from England. What's up, Martin? How are you, sir? MD Tour. No, it shouldn't take 9 hours for the BTC to transfer. That's not common, in my opinion. Hey, Johnny20, how are you? All right, we got 30 of you watching. Let me just show you the count that I'm looking at, guys, and I'll zoom out first and kind of show you the big picture, and then we'll work on the small picture, okay? What we are looking at here, man, I hate to get rid of my channel. Okay, I'm just going to move my channel out of the way, move my count out of the way there for a minute. All right, so we've got a corrective channel that this has been working in here. I redrew it yesterday. I don't like the way I've drawn it personally, but it is what it is. It gives me a couple of touches. It's clean, so we're going to keep it like that. I usually like to draw it off the bottom, but basically, if I draw it off the bottom, we basically we came out of it and then came back into it. So either way, I think guys, there's a possibility that we are finished with the correction. There's a possibility that we go up from here. So let's talk about the different ideas that what we're thinking about from an Elliott Wave perspective, at least from the counts perspective. Okay, so we know that. Let's just talk about how we know and what we know. Okay, about wave structure and where things are heading, and when do we think impulsive and bull moves, and when do we think bear moves. Okay, so that's what we want to talk about right now. So very quickly, just a quick lesson here in wave structure. Okay, when you have waves, they generally form an impulse wave will form in 5 waves. Okay, so it will go up, and then you get a correction, and then you get another wave, and then a correction, and then a final wave. Okay, and that's basically an impulse wave right there. Now, each of those will be labeled, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 waves, we label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. Now, the deal is on the measurement of the first wave as it compares to the third wave needs to come to the 1618 extension, okay? It needs to come to the 1618 extension to be impulsive, okay? So in other words, as you see, let me show you this. As you see this shape being formed in the market like this, okay? What you can do is you can put the fib extensions on this guy. We measure the first wave. Now, a lot of you know this, but have been around a while, but some of you don't know this, so I'm trying to explain it for you new guys. So you measure the first wave, Okay, then you extend it off of the bottom of the second wave, and then you watch that wave ride up. Okay, once that wave rides up, you watch where it lands. Okay, so if it lands here, like at the 1-to-1 extension, it's too short to be an impulse. It's generally a corrective wave, and a lot of times if you get a bounce there, it's going to be a reversal, and it's going to be going down from there. Okay, if it continues on and hits the 1-to-7 extension, that's another corrective fib. Okay. And generally, correct on the corrective fibs, 1-to-1 and the 1-to-7. Hold on one second. All right. My daughter's over there beeping buttons there. Turn your volume down, buddy. All right. So anyway, we all got laptops here. We're all at the dinner table, just having a good old time here this afternoon. Anyway, so it could come up to the 1-to-7 extension here, and if it does and bounces, you expect again to get a reversal off of that. Now, if it continues on up and makes it to the 1-6-1-8 and it substantially holds that level, you get a little bit of a rebound, and then it continues on. That's what we call an impulse wave. Okay, so that's the structure of an impulse wave, and that's how you tell if it's an impulse as it's being formed. Okay, so let's just apply that to what we're learning right now. Okay, I'm ignoring the chat right now just to get you guys some information out. So sorry about that. But that being said, let me get the info out to you. So anyway, we have a wave here, and then we have a wave here. Now we got another wave forming. Okay, so let's apply that to the market. Let's take our fib extension tool and let's measure this first wave. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is take off, kind of come really big here so you can see where I'm clicking. Okay, so we're gonna measure the bottom of this wave to the top of this wave with the fib extension tool. Okay, it's a trend-based fib extension tool. So click the bottom, click the top of that wave, boom. That gives you a measurement of this wave right here. Okay, it's a measurement. Now, then we extend it off of the bottom of this wave right here, and then we get our fib projections or our extensions here. And you'll notice that this wave has basically a three-wave move that has landed on the 1-2-7-6 extension, which is a corrective fib extension. Okay. All right, so that's a corrective level. We did not make it up to the 1-6-1-8. Okay, the 1-6-1-8 puts us at around $8,900. Okay, and I said yesterday that if we get up to about $9,000, guys, I'm bullish. Now, why am I bullish at $9,000? Because if price presses in and goes that high, okay, that high, it's going to actually, rather than landing on a corrective fib, it's going to be on the impulsive fib, and it's probably going to push higher. It's going to get a pullback. You're going to get a final wave to the upside. Okay, and that's going to be a bull move. Okay, and that's going to be a really strong move. We're going to break out of the channel here. That we're in this larger channel. There's lots of things that would happen. That would be a very good reversal sign. Okay, then we would expect after that. I'm just going to move my channel out of the way and this out of. Oh no. Move this whole thing. No. I'm trying to grab the whole thing, guys, but I can't. I can't do it. I'll just count them later. Okay, so what we would expect after a bull move like that is a three-wave pullback, fairly deep, probably to the 50 to the 61%, possibly even all the way down to 78%, retesting this region right in here. Okay, and then we would be on our way to the races, and that would be a moonshot. Okay, so that's when I get bullish, guys. That is when I get bullish, is when we get this wave coming on up to the 1-6-1-8 extension. Well, here's the problem, guys. This wave came up to the 1-2-7 and had a kind of a massive rejection, not just a little rejection, but kind of a pretty largish rejection. Okay, now it doesn't mean it's done. It just means it's looking likely that this move might be finished. Now, so what we have to do is look at the nature of this wave coming off at the top. Is it coming down impulsively in 5 waves, or is it coming down correctively in 3 waves? Okay, so that's what when we talk about wave structure, how a wave is structured. You know, is it coming down impulsively like this, or is it coming down correctively like that? Because if it comes down impulsively, we expect a little bit of a correction and a continuation. Okay, if it comes down correctively, we expect a continuation to the upside. Okay, so that means if this is coming down impulsively, expect a little bit of a correction and a continuation. If this is coming down correctively like that, 3 waves, then we expect a continuation to the upside, okay? And that would continue our waves, okay? So that's the way we're thinking about it. So that's why we pay attention to wave structure. We're measuring stuff and all that kind of jazz as the waves, and that's what we're talking about, Elliott wave traders, when we're talking about wave structure, whether it's 3 wave or 5 wave, what fib extension does it come to, and things of that nature. These are all things you need to learn, wave relationship, wave rules, and all these things to apply that. So, but we can really get a good look on the market from what kind of structure of a wave is being formed, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to note, number one, we have a 3-wave structure that comes to the 127 extension. So far, this is not an impulse wave, that's a corrective wave, okay? In other words, we have a 3-wave move that's corrective in nature so far. Now, it could be finished. There might be more to it, so we'll talk about it. So we're going to talk about what I'd be looking for if there's going to be more to it. But if it's done, guys, then the scenario is still on the table and nothing's been invalidated. I told you we could come up here and test this region. We're looking for a 3-wave move to the upside. Though the way the wave was being formed here, it was pretty tricky. Hindsight, it wasn't as tricky. I just got a little blind, I suppose. I don't know. It just happens. You get market blind sometimes. That's what I call it. You just kind of dig into one idea. And sometimes you got to force yourself to make sure that you don't dig into just one idea. But we got a simple WXY right here. You know, right there with a 3-wave move. If I throw the fibs on that whole move, we've come, let's see, I think we've come and tagged the 1618, but we didn't break it. Yeah, we didn't quite make it to the 1618. We came and wicked through the 127 extension. So still we're looking corrective in nature. The highest I would want to see that go would be about $8,600, you know, before I would be thinking, that's getting a little high for my likelihood. But that being said, this 3-wave move, if that's a 3-wave move, would be indeed a corrective wave. We're looking for an impulse to the downside. All right, let's take a peek now at what we are doing. I'm just going to, and anybody that's here to troll, I'm going to ignore you. Anybody here to interact, I'm welcome you here. All right, so let's zoom in now. Now that I've given you that information, and now let me show you the nature of these waves and why what we're potentially expecting, whether bull side or bear side. We're going to try to be as balanced as we can and give both sides to this thing. But I'm still expecting this to be a WX and a Y wave, or a 5-3-5. I'm not sure if this is 5 waves or if it's 3 waves. I tend to think it's 5 waves right here. And then we got a 3-wave move. We should expect a 5-wave move to the downside with a Z wave like that. That's what I'm looking for as a potential count. I want to see that finish up. Now, let's zoom in now to the small time frames and look at the small wave structure of what was just been made today. Getting some continuation to the downside right now, it looks like, or at least a retest. Let's take a peek at it here. All right. So what we've got here off the top of our fib extension here, which is the 127. I'm going to go grab. Let me zoom back out here. Grab my channel here that I had made for this wave. Boom. There it is. And then I'm going to adjust it here on the. Let me just get it adjusted and put on there. You'll notice that I've got it running against these three points right here, okay, on the bottom there, and then against these 2 points at the top. It's a really nice channel that it's been bouncing in, and then you can see that we came down and we broke out of it. We broke back in it, and now we're threatening to break back out of it. So let's zoom in and look and see what we got going on here, okay? All right. Okay, again, sorry to ignore you, but sorry, not sorry. All right, so what I see immediately right here, and this is what I saw this morning, is of course, I didn't see it quite until this leg came up like that. Didn't quite see it like that. I actually went short right here at the break of this trend line right there. I went short. Got tested today with my nerves, and it came back down. We're doing okay there. Let's see here. What I see here is a A, and then I've got a 3-wave B, and then a C. So that's what we call a flat. That's an expanded flat. That's a 3-3-5 right there. Got a 3-wave there, a 3-wave there, and then a 5-wave to the upside. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. So that's what we call an expanded flat right there. So there's our one wave, and then we got this expanded flat two wave right there in the middle. Now what we've got after that is a 1, 2, 3. I think we're making 4 and then 5. Now how do we tell? What do you do? Well, if this is a corrective wave and just an ABC to the downside with a reversal right now and it's heading back up, generally, it could be that, guys. I'm just letting you know it could be, but most likely, high probability, not going to be that. Here's why. When I measure this first wave and project the fib extensions from here, what I have, and even if I project it from there, it doesn't matter whether because there's two places one might argue where to project it from. I'm projecting it from the end of A, then we got B, and then here's the C leg. You can see that this wave, this C leg or this 3 leg is what I'm thinking it is, not a C leg at all, but is impulsive because it came way past the 1618, guys. In fact, it came down and tagged the 2618 extension. Okay, so that's very impulsive. This is an impulse wave as far as I can tell. This is a 1 wave, that's a 2 wave, this is 3. I can see 5 waves in the third pretty easily right there, done. Okay, and now we're putting in the 4th wave right now. Generally 4th waves come back and retest this structure zone right here, which it's doing. It's retested the bottom of it. Okay, that's what 4th waves do. It might stay sideways a little bit for a while before it comes down. Probably going to the way Bitcoin likes to move is it likes to just retest the bottom, retest the bottom with a 5th leg and then reverse on you like that. And we would expect some kind of a 3-wave push back to the upside to retest this trend line, possibly, maybe even break back in there. It could go as high, probably as this structure zone right in here. So we could get a 3-wave pullback all the way up here. So you might have another chance to short, guys, unless it doesn't give you that big of a structure. Now, if that's what it gives you, if it gives you a nice 3-wave pullback, come on. Like that. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm probably going to look to take profit once this wave fizzles out and finishes down there on my short. I might even go long for the secondary wave, but I don't know. I don't like to trade corrective waves because I believe the trend is down right now. And so really, I'll probably just wait for this to come back up to take my short at the top. Most likely, we'll have to see how I feel, how able I am to monitor that trade, especially when it's against the trend. Okay, because it's kind of a scalpy trade for sure. All right, with that being said, we've got a 1, 2, 3 in. As far as I can tell, it's very clear. And so the way I would count that is here we've got a 1 wave, followed by a 2 wave, got a 3 wave being put in, finished, it looks like, and then now we're putting in the 4. And we should get another test of the trend line. That 5th wave could be extended. It could come all the way down. But since the 3rd wave is somewhat extended to the 2618, generally you don't get an extended 5th. Chances are this line right here, the bottom of the structure zone, the 5th wave will come down and tag it or come close to it. And then we get a 3-wave bounce off of that. We should get a larger correction. Once that larger correction finishes, it'll take some days. It'll take a day or so. Or 2 maybe, who knows, but it'll once that correction is put in, okay, got a 3-wave, I'm expecting another 5-wave move to the downside. Why am I expecting that? Because we don't have a corrective structure as it sits right now. We have what appears to be an impulsive structure. Boom, 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 like that. So because this is a 5-wave impulse, guys, we expect a 3-wave pullback and another 5-wave impulse at minimum. And when we took the fibs on that, that could come to a corrective level or it could come to an impulsive level. So we'd have to wait and see, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So if I get an impulse, I need a correction and one more impulse, and that gives me at least a zigzag correction, or we get impulse to the downside and we're heading down from here, either way. So be mindful of that, guys. Those are some scenarios we're watching. Now, when would this be invalidated that, Jim, this isn't an impulse at all, but this is just kind of a really, really deep correction that broke some of the rules and guidelines that generally apply for impulses? Well, if we get a pretty staunch rejection here that continues on to this region up here, then we're definitely, at least at bare minimum, there's two things that could be in play there. Number one, that could be an ABC correction that breaks the rules and we're heading up. Or B, that this is a 5-wave move that has finished and it just appeared like it had more to go, but it would be something like that, 5 waves, which are with a really big 2 and a really small 4, like that. And then we would be getting a 3-wave to the upside. Now, if that turns into 3 waves. Now, if this breaks the high at any time up here, if we break the high at any time at 8,500, that negates any kind of downside that I can see. That my interpretation of this wave would be incorrect, and then that would negate the downside that I'm talking about for now. But for now, it looks very good to the downside. We still have some more impulse to go. If we get that 5th leg down and then a rejection off of that, that'll be a pretty good sign to me that we're heading down. We have at least one more leg down to go. Now, how could that look if we get... there's a couple ways this wave can look, okay? Now, it could take this shape, whereas you get a 5-wave impulse here, you get a 3-wave pullback, and then you get a 5-wave impulse, and then you get more upside like that. That would be a larger 3-wave correction, okay? That's possible. Though, again, based on the shape of this wave that's being made right now, that's not a high likelihood in my book. What I'm going to be looking for here is 5 waves, some kind of 3-wave pullback, and then a really deep wave, and it's going to be kind of a big one, guys, and it's going to scare everybody and take everybody out that went long. Okay, and that's what this market does. We take out the shorts, now we'll take out the longs, and then we'll go long. All right, and that's the way the market's going to play. So, or at least that's a possible route the market could play. So watch out for that. I've done a lot of talking there. That's good information. Let me check the chat, see what's going on, and we'll see. We'll go from there. Let me check the chat. Wow, you guys have been talking. Let's see. What's up, Eric? Alwa, what's up? Hey, she's saying I can't check my email online, man. I don't want to check my email here. I will check it, and I'll bring it up maybe in the next video for sure. But thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate it. Let's see. From 10.5K to 6.5K, it took 50%. That fits GAN 50% rule. So what's the 50% rule? She was saying, explain that to us. What's up, Hamed? How's it going? Nibbler, what's up? WEA, how are you? Time, answer time, GA, guessing. All right. Well, go, KZ, man, just go to another channel, man. I'm sorry. I just go. Okay? I'm just go bother somebody else. All right, sorry about that, but I get tired of people. I don't know why you even bother to come by. I really don't. So, yeah. Gap will be filled. I don't know what gap you're talking about. I haven't seen any CME gap. We'll have to see. So clear. Yeah, I think WEA. I think it's clear as day myself. Fifth extended matches with the filled gap. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Josh, I'll definitely take a peek at ETH and link for you. And then if you don't have time to watch it live, you can always go back and watch the video, the recording of it for sure. Hey, David, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, touch the 0.5 fib of the previous X wave. Yeah. So I mean, those are all significant points for sure. What's up, Flat Earth NASA? How's it going? Awesome, Ernest. Awesome. Don't feed the trolls. Gotcha. Shoe saying I got it. Every drop or move has to take or give back 50%. Yeah, it often gives back more than that, doesn't it? But at least 50%. That's why you know the screen. My screenshot says relax the market, chill. The market always comes back. It always does. Yeah, I just listen. Here, let me just say something for those of you watching, and you have a different opinion about my TA and stuff. Just as soon as you get unkind in the way you talk, I'm just gonna block you. I'm just done. So if you wanna talk, and if you wanna go back and forth about information, but as soon as you kind of insult and wish other people not so well, then you're gone. Okay. Yeah. So KZ, we'll see you later, my man. Okay. You are, you're just done. I'll have to block you when I get finished here, okay? All right. So if anybody else wants to throw any crap out there, go for it. And I don't mind discussing your ideas. I don't mind having a good time, but I'm just not going to handle any kind of crappy comments. I just don't need it personally. All right, there we go. All right, so that's what I'm seeing. All right, enough of that distraction, and whatever KZ says, I'll be ignoring from this point on, and I'll have to block him when I'm done and have a chance. So, all right. Anyway, with that being said, yeah, if you go back and look at my previous videos, obviously I said we could come up here with an ABC or WXY, but I didn't think so, and I told you what I thought. And let me just mention that for a minute. It's a big difference between telling you guys what can happen, what's possible that can happen, and I try to always do that, guys, what's possible, and then telling you what I believe will happen, okay? What I believe will happen doesn't always pan out, okay? You just gotta know that. But I think some of you find it helpful, or at least some of you find it comical, some of you find it interesting and whatever, to at least know what I think might happen and what my bias is. And I always give my bias. If I wanted to be somebody that's above any kind of some trolls that couldn't say anything, I'd do what Crypto Kirby does. I would say, well, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? And I'd give you some options for why I think and what I think it'll go up and what I think it'll go down. But just always be wishy-washy, and I could do that. But I don't do that. I tell you exactly after the analysis. I tell you what I think, the way I think it's going to play out. And if it doesn't play out that way, it doesn't play out that way. It is the way it is. I'm not giving financial advice here. I'm just telling you the way I see the market, and you guys can take it or leave it. But listen, I tell you what, though, if anybody's going to scold me or do any kind of trolling, I'm done. I'm done with that. So anyway, yeah, you guys troll KZ for me, and you take care of him for me, and then the 9/11 dude, Nibbler, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for that kind gift. I appreciate it. Well, KZ, every time you show your face, I'll just remove you every time, okay? All right. Inverse head and shoulders at the bottom. That's a reversal, isn't it? Jackal, for me, it's not an inverse head and shoulders. To me, it's a WXY with a fake out that went deeper here. It's almost like a... what do you call it? It's almost like a flat. That's the way it was acting here. We got three waves of the downside. Okay, so the head and shoulders that you're seeing here is you got a three-wave move here, okay, and then you got a three-wave move here, and there's your head and shoulders. But that, that's finished. Could be finished. Again, that's a strong possibility it's finished. We have broken out of this channel. We'll have to wait and see what kind of pullback we get. Okay, but listen, if at any time, I've got a yellow line of death here, guys. I don't know if you noticed it. Got a yellow line of death here right at, let me make sure I got it in the right location here. Right there, 76.83 looks like is the high of the one wave. One of the rules of Elliott wave, guys, is that a fourth wave cannot break the high or break the level of the one wave. Okay, so basically you got a 1, okay, then you got a 2, And then we haven't made it up to a level of a 3 impulse yet. We haven't made it up there yet. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But at any time this wave comes down and dips below 76.83, guys, it is on like Donkey Kong as far as bearish is concerned. Any kind of upside impulse move is off the table. So if this, and just this is information that you guys really need to mark down. So anytime this price comes down and dips below 76.83, okay, in that ballpark, 76.80, whatever, in that range right there. It's hard to get that exact on it. Anytime it dips below that, if it does, we're not dealing with some kind of a fourth wave. We're not dealing with what you might think. Let me show you here. One, two, three, four, five. We're not dealing with that at all because it would have dipped too low below this. Now, again, if this thing has more upside than this wave that we're getting is some kind of a fourth wave of the third wave, okay? In other words, we're getting the fourth of the third right now. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So that's a possibility as well. Here's the deal, though, guys. You still have to understand that's going to be a 3 wave, and it's it's gonna be a 3-wave move, and so we're gonna have a move up and then a move back down. It could turn into a triangle. Most likely not, though, because this is definitely an impulsive type of wave. But again, let me just go back and give you some invalidation points here. At any time if this wave comes back, I'll be pretty, how do I say, concerned, or at least watching carefully if price breaks this region right here, which is 8,100. If price gets back up to the $8,100 region on this wave, on this particular wave right here, then I'll be thinking something's up. Okay. If price gets up here to right here, this level right there, which is around 82.57, if price gets up from this wave and gets up to that region, then I'm extra on guard as well for we're dealing with more impulse to the upside to come. So if we come and break this range right here, and so let's see, if we break this range right here, we're going to be on guard. If we break this range, we're going to be extra on guard that price is actually going to be going up, that the interpretation of this is some kind of an odd, abnormal, not impulse but corrective wave. Okay, so that's what we'll be dealing with. But however, if I get some kind of a move that just starts working its way down right here, gives me a nice clear 5th wave, guys, it's going to be pretty clear, guys. We got a 5-wave move, we get a 3-wave pullback, 5-wave move, something to that effect, some kind of a 3-wave move. It could be a flat. Well, actually, it couldn't be a flat because that's 5 waves there. So if 5 waves happens, it wouldn't be a flat. Okay. But anyway, we could get some kind of a 3-wave move, and then we could get some upside. But if at any time this wave breaks 76.83 in that ballpark, guys, then no go to the upside, no go. So that's what you're looking for. Make sure you're marking that level down. Our line of death here for the downside, for the bear count, for the bull count is 76.83, 76.83, and our line of death for probably let's see, a bear count. All right. So, anyway, right here we have this line of death here at the 1 wave. If this wave comes straight up to this region, guys, then we're not dealing with a 5-wave impulse here, or at least I've counted that incorrectly. We're dealing with something else. So those are going to be your invalidation points. That's what I'm going to be watching for. Wave structure from this place. Let's see what happens right in this region. See if we get that downward push for the 5th wave, or what. So that's what I'm looking at. That's about all I wanted to share today as far as the TA. I did want to look at Ethereum and link for Josh, my buddy. So let's do this here. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. All right. Robert Hemmink, did I answer your question? Please clarify if I did. Clarify your question a little bit. Which fifth wave are you asking about? Let's see. Hope that's right, Ernest. Hope it's right. Thanks, Irish. I appreciate that. Khalid, I'll get you a chart when I can. Let's see. Jackal, hopefully I've answered your questions as well with the way I'm talking. I'm not speaking in certainties, but I'm telling you that if this, then that. Okay, or if this, then that. So there are certainties, but from here, it just depends on the information that comes in. If this, then that. And I've given you the if then that. All right. Excellent. Okay, let's take a peek at Ethereum and just see what's going on with Ethereum here. So Ethereum has made basically a three-wave move. It's got a flat right here in the middle, kind of a running flat, and then a five-wave move off of that. Let me show you what I'm seeing here. So Ethereum's correction here is we got some kind of a very ugly and weird five-wave move, but it's there nonetheless. And then we have this flat right here. Okay, very odd shape, but it's there. And then we got this move to the upside like that. And so basically, here's your connecting wave right there. You got three waves, and three waves, like so. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at in Ethereum, the shape of it. So to me, it's a corrective structure that's been created. You can see my fibs that are on there, Josh, and anybody else watching. I am on the 6 hour here. Let me just draw the fibs so you can see how I draw them. I measure the first wave. Okay, then we're going to go to the bottom of the second wave. Depending on where I put the fibs, if I put it down here, I'll put it up here. We're still at corrective levels right now. We're at the 1-to-1. If I put it down here, we're at the 1-to-7. Either way, we're in the corrective fibs area. It doesn't look like we're going to get another push to the upside, but we certainly may. We certainly may. So there's I'm not speaking in certainties there, but as I was accused of here in this live stream there. So there's a three wave right there, three wave, and I think this is it's got to be a three wave. But how to treat that as a three? The other way, okay. Here's another way to interpret it. Actually, that's not a three wave. That's a five wave. Sorry, five wave. There we go. Three wave and then a five wave like that. I misspoke, and that's what got me confused. So we've got some kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really, really ugly. Got a three wave move here in the middle. Three wave move up, and then looks like a five wave move to the downside right there. So that's kind of an impulse down. So that looks like that looks like a flat to me. And then we got the five wave up. I know it's ugly as sin. So you get the idea. All right, so that gives some more credence to Bitcoin being done. It looks like Ethereum could be finished as well. There is also another possibility for one more hit to the high. Okay, so one more hit to the high is a possibility. So let's watch that and let's wait and see. Let's zoom into the small time frame here and see if we can see any kind of wave structure here that tells us whether we're dealing with an impulse or, come on. Get this off the chart. Okay, wave structure to me, it looks five wave-ish, and that five waves could be finished. Or the third wave is in. Now we're putting in the fourth wave, and the fourth wave may be done, and now we've got fifth wave in the works right now. So the fifth wave might be in the works right now. We'll have to wait and see that. So anyway, so we've got 1, 2, all that's 3. Could have a flat for 4 there and coming down, or this could be 4 right there, and now we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish the fifth wave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks impulsive to me, guys. It's measuring impulsively. Let's wait and see if we get another push to the downside. If we do, then it's definitely impulsive. With that kind of a wave, we would be expecting a 3-wave pullback and then another 5-wave at least. And so that goes right along with the Bitcoin analysis as well. So there you go, Josh, for that. And then let's take a peek at Link as well, because Josh requested Link. And Josh is my man. One of my men for sure. One of my friends and helpers and just encouragers. And thank you, buddy. All right, so here we go for Link. Link's looking pretty impulsive there to the upside. Let's check on the 4 hours. Oh, okay. Yep. In context, it's just a flat correction. In context, it looks like a flat correction, guys. We did come up. Make sure I got the yep. We did come up and pass the 1618. So here's the deal. Here is the deal. If we continue on this pump, if we get another pump, guys, if we get a rejection from here, I'm gonna. If we get rejected from here, I'm calling this a flat, and you got more downside to come. Okay, so watch. I mean, obviously, but if we get down here, if Link breaks your invalidation point for upside impulse on this correction is line of death right there, $1.95. If it breaks that level. Okay, if it breaks that level, then you got a 1 wave followed by a 2 wave. An Elliott wave rule set, the 4 wave cannot break the level of the 1 wave. So if it breaks that level of the 1, you're not dealing with an impulse to the upside. You're dealing with a corrective structure. So that would nullify upside. At least it would at least identify this as a corrective structure. To me, this looks like a flat right now, but if we get another push to the upside that breaks through the 1618 and continues on a 5th wave, then guys, I would say that what we've got really on our hands is something like an impulse in the works. Okay, that's the way I would look at that wave coming, and so that would be a reversal type wave, and that would align with Bitcoin having a reversal. So right now, guys, in the market, we are at a crucial point here. We could go up, we could go down. Again, you guys know my bias for a while. Let me zoom into the 5-minute chart here, see if we can just see any kind of definition on this wave pattern. This looks, ooh, man, that's a really hard wave pattern to analyze. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's looking kind of corrective here. I mean, my first inclination to look at this is not impulse, but correction, but I could be wrong on that as well. This could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, getting the 4, gonna get a 5, then more downside like that. If we get more downside, watch the shape and see how it adds on to that structure. But this could be a 3-wave move that's finished. And let me show you what it would be. What would it be? It would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3-wave up. 5, 3, 5 is what it would be. So we might be getting a double correction here. Let me show you what I mean. A WXY. So what we have up here is what looks to be an A in Link here, an A, B, and a C right there. Let's put the fibs on that and see. I mean, I can look at that and tell that that's corrective the way I draw those fibs. Yeah, it came to the 1-to-1 extension. So that's a possibility there. Let's see. So yeah, that could be a 3-wave move. This could be a 3-wave move. And so what we'd be getting here in Link is a 3-wave move, a 3-wave move, and then I would be expecting another 3-wave move to the downside. That would be a WXY, guys, and that would imply more upside. If I'm wrong in the interpretation of this wave, which, by the way, I just don't have enough information. It's not finished, so I can't tell you what it is. I can only tell you what it looks like it's becoming. So anyway, all right, there we go. Yeah, without that wave being finished, I can't be certain, but that's what it's looking like. That's a potential. If it's an impulse wave of some kind, guys, then what you're dealing with is a 1-2-1-2 of some kind. Hold on, my alarm is going off on my oven. Okay, sorry about that. It was distracting me. Sorry about that. So, yeah, Link is looking more correct. This is looking more like a corrective wave than an impulse to the downside. But I do have ways that I could interpret this as an impulse. So, without more information, I'm inclined to say this is an ABC with another 3-wave, and then we're getting another 3-wave to the downside potentially. So let's watch the rest of that structure and see how that plays out, Josh. I'll update you as time goes on, and we'll see what happens. Okay. All right, here. Let's catch up with the chat, see what you guys are saying here. All right. LTC, yeah, let's do LTC as well for sure, Eric. Yeah, Jordan McDonald, let me talk to you about that assertion, about the assertion that it's almost identical move off the bottom. I'm glad you brought that up, man. Let's talk about that for a minute, and then I'll look at LTC, guys, promise. So a lot of people are looking at the bottom here. I mean, I got a lot of stuff on that chart, don't I? Let's get these channels off of here. Let's see here. Go to the 8-hour. It's easier to see. All right. So a lot of people are saying, "Hey, guys, we've got, we've got a very, very similar look here. The way it played out. Let's talk about it here. They're saying that." And Jordan mentioned it here, and Jordan's a friend, so that this move right here looks very similar to this. I did a private video, actually, for somebody that comments on YouTube a lot and really has a lot to offer. Anyway, for this bottom here, and why I don't believe this is a bottom and what the differences are. But let me just highlight a couple of things first off. I can come up with a clear and finished Elliott wave count in all of this, okay? Right here, I could not have finished this as an Elliott wave count because I had a triangle right here in the middle, okay? If we didn't get this move to the downside, guys, it would not be a completed system, okay? So that's number one. So we needed this down move, and that down move, and without giving you the count for all that stuff, is a clear 5 waves. Let me show you. It's a clear and finished 5 waves. There's your first one. There's 5 waves for you. And when I zoom in to this last wave right here, let me show you. I'm having a hard time finding it. There it is. This last wave right here, this 5th wave at the bottom, it's a finished 5-wave move as well. Let me show you. When I throw the extension on this guy, boom, boom. I mean, it's a picture-perfect Elliott wave. I mean, I'm not looking for a picture-perfect Elliott wave necessarily, but this one is a picture-perfect Elliott wave. There's no doubt about it. It is finished. No doubt about it. There's 5 waves complete. Okay, that's a complete system. Nothing wrong with it. Everything looks impulsive. Then what we got is a clear. We got a clear impulse wave off. This is a clear impulse wave. Okay. Now, we got a finished 5 waves and we got a clear impulse wave. With that being said, we got a 3-wave pullback. We got a 3-wave pullback, guys, which did not break the low here. It's on like Donkey Kong, okay? I mean, that's clear, that's plain, and, you're trading to the upside. You couldn't get any clearer than that. Now, let's look at our current bottom that you guys are saying looks like that. Let me just show you what my problems with it are, and you can do with it what you want to do with it. First off, I don't have a finished Elliott count, okay? Let's just go through this count real quick. I'm going to get rid of my WXYXZ here just for a second. I know there's a way to... I'm just going to pull this off of here for now. There we go. So let's just identify what we got here. Just to recap. Okay, we got a 3-wave move. Oops, sorry. I got a 3-wave move, a 3-wave move, and a 3-wave move to start it out. That's a WXY right there. Okay, then I got a 3. Come on. Then I got a sorry. Then I got a 3-wave move right there. So I got a 3-wave move there, a 3-wave move there, and then I got another 3-wave move right there. So I got a 3, a 3, and a 3. There's 3s all over the place, guys. When you get 3-wave to death, you're dealing with a WXY. That's clear as day. Couldn't be any clearer. Then what we got here is another 3-wave move, just like that one, very similar to that one. Okay, so we got a 3-wave, a 3-wave, and now we need a 3-wave. You're gonna have to assert that that's a 3-wave. Okay, so if this is a 3-wave and it's done, then I capitulate, then we're done. But to me, it's not 3 waves. It doesn't measure like a 3-wave. It doesn't look like a 3-wave. In fact, this 3-wave right here, if you look at it, okay, has a flat right in the middle of it. It's got a large move down, you got a flat, and then you got another large move down. What I believe is going to happen is we got a large move down. We didn't get a flat. I thought we were getting a flat. We didn't get a flat. But we did get a 3-wave WXY right in there. And now I think we're going to get another big move down. I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it. It doesn't look finished. That's point number 1. Okay. Now, it could be finished and I could be wrong. Understand that. Secondly, but when I look at it and make a decision, I'm like, that doesn't look done. It does not look done. Okay, I got a 5-wave move here. This looks like 5 waves. Then I got a 3-wave corrective wave. We talked about the nature of that wave already, and you can rewind the live stream if you want to see how I handled that in the very beginning of the live stream. I did a lot of just analysis right on that wave, and it's beautiful. It's really good. It's very clear, crystal clear, and I told you the invalidation points and all those things, and it was excellent information. Now, with that being said, we got a 5-wave move. We got a 3-wave move. I'm looking for a 5-wave move, but let's just see. Let's just say, Jim, this wave finished it. And so what you've got here is 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th wave, and that's the 5th wave. If that's the 5th wave, guys, and this is a clear impulse, number 1, it hasn't finished. We got a lot more upside to go because we haven't made a clear impulse. Now, the impulse that we got off the bottom, way back over here, guys, it was an impulse. It didn't do these weird little humps, okay? It didn't do this little corrective type move where it went up and then it came all the way back and then went up like a backwards H, guys. It didn't do that trick at all. It just went straight up like an impulse. Okay, that's what impulses do. Then we got on the larger time frame. On the larger time frame, we got the 3-wave move. It kind of gave us the backwards H look to it. But off of the bottom, we got a nice impulse. Okay, but again, we're just comparing, and they don't compare to me. They're not the same. What we got here is we got this this funky, weird, weak move off the bottom. It's no impulse. It's not the same size or shape. It should be larger than the one that was already been made. This wave should be larger, but it's not. It's actually very. It's not the same. It's not the same shape, so we can't compare it necessarily. The other problem I have is this is a 3-wave move. Okay, that's not a finished 5 waves. It's a 3-wave, which implies I have this 3-wave move there, a 3-wave move there. I have to, from Elliott wave rules, I need a 3-wave to finish that sucker, and then we can finish it with a 5-wave impulse. That's what I'm looking for personally. That has not been invalidated, guys. The only time that gets invalidated for me, and I've told this in the last video, that gets invalidated right up here for me, about $9,000. Okay, about $9,000. Why do I say $9,000? Well, when I throw the fibs on this guy right here, I get impulsive right here at about $89,000 to $9,000. That's where I get impulsive. That's where the impulsive fibs show. So once the impulse fibs come and I get a move beyond it and it holds, guys, then I'm a bull. I become a bull. I stop arguing with you to the downside. I stop saying I stop putting bear videos out. I put bull videos out. Okay, but I can't in clear conscience know what I know from Elliott wave theory and believe what I believe from Elliott wave theory and just deny the things that I'm seeing. So with that being said, I'm still looking down. I know a lot of you can't believe it because of this move to the upside. A lot of you are just like, you got the Home Alone, look, but that's just where I am, guys. That's why I believe what I believe. All right. So anyway, yeah, that's just to handle the Jordan, your that assertion that they look the same off the bottom. They actually really don't. Do I think the pump is news driven? I personally no. I think the news. I don't know. News is planned. I don't know. I don't have anything to say about that. Link has an announcement coming. Yeah, let's see. Staking for Link, I think, is coming soon. Okay. BTC potential. Let's see. To 45. If one extension of the X Wave. Yeah, I mean that is on the table, Martin, for sure. That is on the table. Ease it, Mark. I tell you what, man, you want to come easy, don't you? You're gonna have to go back and look. But I'm thinking bear really quickly. That's my quick answer. Yeah, man, Jordan, no problem. Let's look at LTC because I promised to. LTC, Eric, this is for you and for me and for anybody else. We've got the same thing we've got going on in Ethereum, guys. We've got a three-wave correction that's pretty clear. It came down to corrective fibs, and now we're getting a rejection off of it. If you'll let me just take the fibs off and just show you the wave structure that we got a nice channel here. Of course, it's kind of improperly drawn, so I'm really going to delete it. But that being said, what we had is a throw over in the channel. So basically, if I draw it the way it's supposed to be drawn, there we go. We had a throw over, and we've come back in. So yeah, I was surprised that we got the throw over. I was expecting, it to come on down, but I guess I'm not surprised by anything really. But I was really hoping we wouldn't get that, but we did. But that's okay. When you're short, you never want it to go up, right? And when you're long, you never want it to go down. So we understand. Everybody understands. We all take sides, and we see who's right. And but here's the deal: I'm never gonna wish you bad. I'm never gonna. If you lose a trade, I'm gonna cry with you. Okay? If you win a trade, I'm gonna rejoice with you. Whether I won it or lost it, doesn't matter. I'm gonna rejoice and cry with you because I care about you. I don't want anybody. I don't wish harm, not even on KZ. I don't wish harm on that guy or anybody. I want everybody here to do well in the market, and I'm here to offer some ideas that may help you do well. But I always remind you guys that my information could be wrong. My perspective and my opinion might be wrong, but I'm going to tell you what I see regardless, and it is what it is, and you got to take it for that. With anybody you listen to, you got to take it for that. This is what Jim sees. Got it. Check mark. Let me go see what Hippo sees. Got it. Check mark. Let me see what Sin Crypto sees. Got it. Let me see what Iman sees. Got it. Let me go see what Crypto Kirby sees, or or Crypto Jeb, or anybody else you want to listen to, Crown, or the other TA guys that are on YouTube. You listen to everybody. That's fine. Just take everything you hear with a grain of salt. And if I give you my opinion, I do like what Crown says a lot. My opinion doesn't matter, but I do share it. I do share my opinion, but my opinion doesn't matter a whole lot. It doesn't. It's about what the market gives us. What I try to do. And I don't always do it the greatest. I need to do a little bit better maybe, is just to be a little bit more balanced and showing you everything that could possibly play out. But sometimes the videos just get so long, and that's I'm not a short-winded person. So Hamed, thank you, sir. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very kindly. I'm honored, and I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee right after we're done. I am. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. So Litecoin, we got a three-wave move here. We busted out of the channel, busted back into it. I'm going to delete the channel just for kicks here. We've got this. It's the same structure as Ethereum, as I already gave. It looks like an ABC. We got a 5-wave. The only difference here is we got a 5-wave, and then we got a flat, an expanded flat here, and the B wave, and then we got the C like that. So, guys, if you don't know an expanded flat, here's a beautiful expanded flat right there. That's beautiful. Oh, let's try it again. So an expanded flat is where you have an A wave. Let's see where to go. An A wave that is 3 waves like that, and then you had a 3-wave pullback B that broke the low of the A. Okay, so the B is a 3-wave as well, and then you get a 5-wave impulse off of that. That looks like an expanded flat to me, best I can tell. Boom, Boom, there's your corrective structure. You got a 5-wave, a 3-wave, and a 5-wave. Now, are we going to get another push to the high? It's a possibility, guys. It's a possibility. So how do we know when that's invalidated? Are we going to get a push to the high or not? Well, listen, if it goes down any lower than this, I'm not going to be thinking we get a high. Now, it looks like we're getting a bit of a rebound here, but if it continues coming down in 5 waves, obviously we've got an impulse on our hands. As soon as we break this level, actually the level of wave 1 right here, the level of wave 1, now if you're going to call this an impulse, you've got to, I guess you've got to call this your 1, and that's 2. So if you're calling it an impulse, you're saying that this is a wave 1 and that's a 2, and that we're making a 3. Now here's the thing: when I throw the fibs on this guy, we made it up here to the 1276. Okay, so we came past the 127 extension. We didn't even make the 1618, and then we had kind of a heavy rejection here. So to me, this is a corrective wave, as far as I can tell. And so it's aligning with the idea that Bitcoin is a corrective wave, as well as Ethereum is a corrective wave. Okay, now if we get more upside that breaks the high, that comes on up here into this region of 1618, we get another push and another push like that, then I'm going to call this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So my invalidation point is around $49, $50. $50 is going to be a key number. If we make it up to $50, then I'm going to be thinking more bullish than bearish. Okay, so that's Litecoin for you. $50 is kind of our bull indicator area, and then you'll notice that this corrective wave came to the structure zone right here, which is very common in corrective waves. Right here, we came to the structure zone. Let's see what kind of a wave count we have here. If this is, yeah, that's hard to tell. Best I can see, guys, is we've got some kind of an ending diagonal right here, guys, right there. I keep redrawing that, but I think that's the best way to look at it. Okay. That ending diagonal is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we got the 5th wave to make. That's the way I see it. That is the way I see Litecoin. So what would that be in the grand scheme of things? What would that be in the grand scheme of things? 1 down there, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the way I see it, guys. Looks like a nice ending diagonal. I mean, it's as beautiful as it gets to me. As long as we stay, if we break that trend line to the upside again, $50 is kind of a breaking point there. If we break that, then probably no go. But what would that be, guys? Let's see, guys. That would be a WXY with a running flat here, and then so it'd be a 5, 3, 5. Or it's a WX and a Y, and this is A, B, and C. And yeah, that's the better way to look at it. I think this would be the count here for Litecoin. W, that's X right there, and all this is Y. And that Y wave is going to be 3 waves. It's going to be an ABC. Okay, so that ABC is going to be A, 5 waves, B, 3 waves, and then you got a 5-wave C right here, ending diagonal. That's the way I'm looking at it for now, unless something changes that, but that's the way I'm interpreting that. Could be wrong, as always. As always, be ready for Jim to be wrong. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Tezos, I'll get to Tezos there. Wizzo, we'll do it. George, let's see. I really enjoy your channel, Jim. Glad I found you. Thanks. Yeah, I think we're getting more downside for sure. Worst case, George, worst case, if we get a bull scenario, we're going to get a 3-wave pullback that'll give you a better buy zone. So, guys, let's talk about the bull scenario. If Jim's wrong, and this is, let's just talk about what it's going to look like. Okay, I've already said it, but let's do it again. You're going to get a 5-wave move, some kind of 5-wave impulse like that. Let me get this stuff off the chart here. This is just stuff I moved out of the way. So we get some kind of 5-wave move like that. And then after that 5-wave move, guys, what you're going to see is some kind of a 3-wave correction that's going to come back down, probably to this structure region right here, test the top of it maybe. And so we're going to get a pullback back to about 76.83. Whoa. My kids are in there playing a game screaming. So anyway, yeah, I would wait for that pullback. If we get this impulse wave, don't FOMO in up here, because when you FOMO in up here, guys, then that's when you get wrecked and you get pulled back on. You wait for the pullback to finish in 3 waves, corrective structure, and then we enter and go in. So that's the Elliott wave trade setup. Okay, that's the way we trade off of Elliott wave. So we're looking for a 5 clear impulse wave, looking for a 3-wave pullback, and then we enter. So that's the best setup there is. As long as you can see that impulse wave forming. Okay? That's the way I would think, not financial advice. Well, my apologies, KZ, if I offended you. I was just warning. I didn't call you a troll. I just, like, if you were here to troll, just giving you a heads up, my buddy. All right, are you a bull or a bear? I'm a bear for now. I get bull at 9,000. Okay? Dinosaur Muscle Cars. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. We're learning and growing all together. I don't know everything. I always say it. Zach Dems. Well, I'm glad you just joined. Welcome. Let's see. There we go. Martin. BTC inverted jammer hanging man in daily form. I don't inverted hammer. You mean? Yeah, I that's reversal stuff for me, buddy. Yeah, I've already done link, Zach. Just back up and you can see that in the live stream. Aloha, I did link. Yeah, okay, you already answered that. Eric, there you go, buddy. Joseph Douglas finally made it. All right, man. Well, rewind it and check it out, man. El Oro Engraver. I've been studying Elliott wave for about 2.5 years now. Wave function, sweet channel, Jim. Looks like you stream most days. I stream a lot. It just depends right now. I usually, okay, yeah. Do I have a set time that Crypto Kirby? I like to watch his for some entertainment. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, I do live streams. Generally, I do Sunday night charts, but lately I haven't done it. My schedule with the holidays has been. I'll get back into it soon, but we do a Sunday night charts where like 8 o'clock on Sunday nights where I just kind of do requests, and then. I do live streams when it's important in the market, when the market's doing something and we want to talk about it and people need information. I do live streams when I think it's needed. And then we do a Thursday night live stream where it's basically, what do you call it? The Thursday nights are trading night school. I'm teaching you the things that I understand and know about trading from my perspective and from an Elliott wave perspective. I teach Elliott wave principles. I teach a lot of what you're seeing me apply here. I teach you how to do it. So I've already got videos, a bunch of videos. I think we've got 10 sessions in right now. We deal with psychology. We deal with we haven't dealt with entry so much yet. We do talk about entry. A lot of Elliott wave, just basics and understanding wave counts and things like that. So that's the quick information. Yeah, I'm transitioning into a full-time day trader. So I'm day trading full-time now. Kind of. I have a contracting business where I'm also I'm starting a Bible church here where I am, and so I'm a pastor of that church, and I don't take a salary doing that. And I've been busting my tail, remodeling bathrooms and kitchens. I'm just tired of that. It's wearing my body out. Of course, trading's wearing my body out too in a different way. It's messing with my sleep. But that being said, I'm transitioning into day trading for a living, and so this YouTube channel is part of that transition period, as well as the Telegram group that is supported through the Patreon. So with that, for those things being said, I hope that helps you understand where I'm coming from. All right, Jackal, why do you use Elliott wave in isolation? I don't. It's just when I bring you guys TA, I generally bring RSI information, and I'm here to give you kind of an Elliott wave count. Other guys give you support and resistance zones. I often give invalidation points and whatnot, but I don't use Elliott wave in isolation for sure. Okay? I just limit my videos kind of to the Elliott wave count and looking at it from the Elliott wave perspective. That's basically what I do in my videos. But no, that's not all I do. Oh yeah, RSI is a big deal for me. I always keep RSI. I don't use the MACD as much, or I don't use the MACD at all, to be honest with you. It doesn't mean I haven't consulted it. It just means that you'll notice here on the 6 hour, we've reached a very oversold region in overbought region here in Bitcoin. You can see my yellow line here. It's in reference to all these other peaks back here. We never make. I keep that yellow line there so that it just gives me a reference point. So when we get generally to a place in the RSI where we got reversal, then that's kind of, now it doesn't mean we're going to get a reversal here, guys, because here, I mean, right here in this bull run, we had 3 moves, but I don't think we're in that region yet, personally. But yeah, RSI is a big deal, and I have a strategy using the moving average off of the RSI. It's a pretty decent little strategy as well. Yeah, Jack, it's just kind of what I stick to in the content of the channel. But thanks for asking, buddy. Yeah, eventually we'll go to Discord, Hamed. I gotta get full time. I'm not full time yet. I've got a big kitchen remodel, and 3 bathrooms to do yet. So I've got 2 months or more worth of work to do before I can really quit. I've just got people I promised to do. So. Okay, so I took French in college and high school. Au revoir. Let's see. I wish I could translate all of that. Let's see. Traduction. I don't know what that is. Du mail. Jeanette, put that in an English translator for me and give me English, please. Otherwise, I'm going to have to be doing that later and just give me your email. Yep. Check Ethereum one more time. I mean, what's up, Gigi? How's it going? Hey, Kiko. Yeah, I'll get to XRP. No problem. I mean, Ethereum's just like LTC. I lost my Ethereum chart here. Let me get it back. 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, the structure of the wave is 3 waves. It came to a fib level extension that's corrective in nature. So we're at corrective natures. We're at 3 waves. It needs to push on higher if it's going to go higher. I need an impulse off of this area right now. I don't want to see any more downside. If you give some more downside, I'm not going to like it at all. For an impulse. Right now, I don't like it at all for an impulse. It looks like Ethereum is definitely corrective. I think it's coming down. I think Litecoin's coming down as well. So yeah, that's my take on that for sure. All right, let's look at. Let's see. Let's go to UCAD there. Let's talk about Tezos. That's XTZ, isn't it? Yeah. Let's do it on Binance. I guess Bitfinex will work. Okay. Oh, I think HitBit has the best XTZ USD. I think HitBit had the HitBTC had the best. There it is. Okay. All right, on the daily XTZ here. Yeah. So XTZ is kind of in a no man's land right now. I think I've already shared this before. That looks like threatening to the downside right now, but that could change. Look at all these candles. Let's go to the 3-day and look. That kind of clears it up a little bit more. So here's what I'm seeing. I've got this. The first thing I just catches my eye is that 3-wave move right there. Okay, so that's a 3-wave move right off of that. This looks like an impulse wave. I just don't like the way it went up, but it certainly looks like an impulse wave to me. And then a 3-wave down. And so the question mark becomes, okay, what is the correction finished? And that's always the question. Come on. That 3-wave, is it finished? Or is it got more downside? Now, how it would have to be is there's a 3-wave there. This would have to be interpreted as a 3-wave, and then we would get another 3-wave to the downside like that. It's the only way I can see, guys, Tezos going down from here. okay, from the chart, the best I can tell. So Tezos looks like if it's going to go down, it needs to go down in 3 waves like so, and it needs to be a giant WXY, and that would be a 1 wave. Come on. I'm trying, guys. I really am. There we go. Tezos would be, we'd be dealing with a 1 wave and a big 2, and then we're going up from there big time. Okay? We'd have a big move to the upside. Now, if Bitcoin heads up from here, guys, from where we are, then Tezos could certainly just rocket from here as well. Okay? So that's a possibility. Understand that. Now, we do have wicks there. Yeah, hard to tell in the short term. We got some more downside, but how far it's going to come down, I can't tell you. And then how it's going to come down, but it looks like if it's coming down, it's going to come down, rebound, and then come down some more like that. What would be the extension that we would be looking for in Tezos? Something like, really? 50 cents. 3-way, that's a 1-to-1 extension. Boom, boom, boom. If it goes deeper, you're looking at 18 cents. But I don't think so. I don't think it's going to come that deep. I think the 1-to-1 would be probably more likely. But again, I'd have to see this as 3 waves, and I don't see that as 3 waves. It looks like more we've got 3 waves to come down here to retest without breaking the low, and then we go on from there. That looks more like it, to be honest with you. So I would say got an impulse move, and we're just working on the 1 wave here. Now, one other option, I guess, could be, but I don't like it either, is that this could be some kind of a 5th wave move that does. We're going to finish a 5th wave and then come down in 3. I don't think that's the case, but that's certainly a possibility. Excuse me, 1 second. Okay, so there's Tezos for you. It's a big uncertainty there. It could go up or down, always the case. But it's hard to tell. Hard to tell exactly what that guy's going to do based on this wave structure. But those are your options. Not the greatest. I wouldn't be trading right now. Personally, I'm not trading this one, so I don't have a lot of stake in that one. Okay, let's check out XRP as well. My nose is itching, guys. It's a loose nose hair or something. Okay, let's go to Bitstamp. Okay. Boom. All right, what we've got here is we got a correction that's finishing, and I don't think it's done. Looks like 1 more wave to the downside to finish, I would think, maybe. So we're looking at maybe 1, 2, and then that's an A, B. Well, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, or something. But it's looking down. This looks down to me on the 3-day. We didn't break through this support, this zone here. This line of death that I drew at some other time. We did wick into it, so that's not like a 4 wave. So this isn't like a 1, 2, 3, 4 wave. This could be the 4th wave of this wave impulse. So we might have quite a bit of ways down to go before it finishes. I've been calling for 12 to 15 for quite a while. Still standing by that. 12 to 15 cents is looking likely for XRP potentially. That's the way it looks right now. I'm not looking impulsive at that wave at all. Let me go into the 2-hour time frame and just look at this last wave that was made. This looks very corrective to me, especially with this move to the downside there. It's looking very, very impulsive to the downside, very corrective. Yeah, we came up to the 1618. We didn't get any follow through. We didn't get the follow through. We didn't pull back and then continue. So not looking good to me to the upside. It looks more down to me. Everything's looking kind of down. So that's what I'm thinking there. All right, let's see. Yeah, Jack. I mean, like I said, it could be consolidating with a corrective wave, and it could be mooning pretty soon. So that's possible. I offer that as a possible. 121 of you. Welcome, guys. Smash those likes for me if you would. That helps the YouTube algorithm. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Trader KR, I did catch this down move. I'm in at, what was my entry today? It was 82.90. Charles Jones, wow. Thank you for that gift, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you, man. I'm humbled by that. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Neo, okay, I'll look at Neo. Khalid, I see your chart, buddy. I'm sorry, man. I'll get to it. And at Atom and Rep. Yeah, I'll look at Atom for you. What's up, Alex? I can. Yeah, Useresh, I sure do. If you just want to email me at jimofalltrades7@gmail.com, we can work that out. Okay, Charles, thank you again. I really appreciate that for that. Yeah, let's look at let's see, Atom first. I've never looked at Atom before. I don't think. Maybe I have, but I'm not sure. Who's got it? Does everybody have it? Let's see. What's the best? Atom USD. Let's do Hitbit. Let's see what happens here. All right, let's go to the 3-day. Yeah. In one day, price went up to there and down to there. Why would you trade this thing? Okay. Got divergence here for sure on the daily, where you made a little bit of a higher high, but it's going down. But then there's another way to look at it here. We have well, not yet. We do have a little bit of a rejection of that though right here with some hidden bullish divergence right here. But a lot of times that gets wiped out as the move continues. But right now it's technically hidden bullish from those peaks. But I would put more weight on the bearish divergence that you're seeing right now for more downside to come. This came lower than that. Yeah, I don't have enough information to give you a better, better take. What I would do in this thing is just draw this trend line right here. Just sometimes it's just a simple trend line. If you get a break of that trend line, it's gonna go down a bit. Probably won't break the low. It could break the low, but it doesn't have to. Probably won't break the low. But if that's the case, just watch this low. Watch this break of the trend line. Look for a good buy zone here. I have about 50% of that move somewhere in this structure region, and look for it to go up. Look for the correlation with Bitcoin as well. When Bitcoin starts moving, it should start moving as well. So that's a quick look at Atom. I'll take a look at REP as well. Okay. That's first thing my eye just sees. Just it's what catches my eye. Yep, that looks really good. Looks like we got more downside to go in Rep. Rep's got one more hit to the low, one more wave. That would finish her out nicely. Let me see if I can give you a projection there. I'd trade this one if I... Rep's looking really good. 107. Wow, 340 to 107. I know that's a big range. Let's go to... I don't know if log scale is going to screw it up or not. Yeah, I don't like that. I'd be watching 107, guys. Watch 341 first on rep, but 107 is a potential low for that guy. But it would seem to be finished by then. So, oh man, I just got an announcement from my Euro trade here. Sorry, hold on one second, guys.
How can you guys get hurt? What?
Okay. All right, there we go. All right, guys, I think let's see. Somebody asked for Neo. I'm gonna get Neo, and I think Neo's gonna be it, guys, for me. I gotta get going. Get to my family there. They've been waiting on me. They all have to sit silently while we're doing this thing.
Yeah, they're supposed to. They throw snowballs at you. They hit you. You hit them. You want to see it?
This looks like expanded flat. Right there. Yeah, it looks like it's another hit to the low. It's not clear. Elliott wave count is not a clear count, but it looks a lot like a rep that I just showed you on the. Let's go to the daily. Looks like you've got kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Looks like it's got to come down more. You can see it's not quite. It's kind of bare. It's a bearish. It's kind of a bearish divergence there. That's what this down move got. This looks like it's coming back for a 2. Looks like you've got some more downside to go. That's the way it looks. Best I can tell, just looking at the chart, just Elliott wave count of that last wave. Looks like it needs to finish. So to me, everything looks like it just needs to go down and finish. So yeah, that's the way I'm looking at everything. Let's do one final look at BTC. Let's look at this last wave, see how that thing is forming. I already did a lot of nice TA on this wave there. So yeah, that's looking pretty decent. I think it's going to break down here. Is that a triangle? 1, 2, 3. Not sure if that's a triangle or if it's just going to continue down. We'll have to wait and see on that guy. It's too small of a time frame. So, all right, guys, that's all I've got time for. Please forgive me if I didn't get to your chart or if I didn't get to your request. Let's see. I did promise Khalid. Let me make sure I can take care of Khalid. Khalid. All right, let's check the chart here. This is the one-day chart. This is Binance LTC. Oh, this is LTC USD. Yeah, Khalid, I shared my perspective. I'm not looking at that as an impulse to the downside. I'd rather see it. I guess you're seeing this as some kind of an A, B, and a C. You'd have to get 3 waves out of this, and I don't get 3 waves there. I got 5 waves there. So I would say here, this is better as an internal retracement until we break this low. If we break this low, then things change. But this to me looks like a 4th wave of a diagonal that's right in here. So yeah, appreciate you sharing that chart. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Throw the fibs on there. Make sure you're using fibs along the way. Keep giving it a go. All right, guys, that's it. Let's see, the gold chart. Okay, Dinosaur Muscle Cars, you're so faithful. Let me check gold out for you guys. How many of you guys would like to see gold? Gold. What is gold? What is gold? It's XAU, right? Yeah.
Wait a minute, because I'm not done. Ah!
Yep. Kind of BTC, kind of forming the path of BTC, isn't it? US dollar getting stronger, gold getting weaker. Let's see. Let's go out here. Now gold, a lot of people compare gold to, Bitcoin and whatnot. I don't see the same correlation personally, for sure. I personally do not see the same correlation. It's just a different chart. But they have similar moves. They do correlate, but but the charts don't match up perfectly. So, this is a pretty steep rejection here. It's possible that move is finished. It's also, let's see, I got to go back out to the weekly here. Yeah, this looks corrective to me, guys. Looks like gold's coming down. Just looking at this, guys. This is a corrective move. Okay, so you got a 5-wave impulse right here off the top, and then you got a 3-wave pullback, or this could be a 3-wave. But regardless, these are both corrective type moves. So the way gold's looking for me, guys, is on the weekly here is basically it's making a move like this. Now this is all the way from it's high, so this is a weekly chart. Okay. So we might have a little bit more upside. It might get up to 1600 or what is gold at right now? It's 1556. It just backed off 1600. So it hit an emotional number today. I would suppose it hit 1600 before it fell. 1610 looks like. So it's in the region of finishing. You can see how you got a 5-wave move right here, and so basically you've got in gold it's kind of a clear 3-wave. You got a flat right here, and then you got a 5-wave. So you got a 5, a 3, and a 5 right in there. Boom. And that's on the weekly chart, and easy to see. You can see that probably on the daily as well, a little bit bigger. So not as easy to see actually. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. I couldn't make sense of it for a minute on the daily. So yeah, you got a 5-wave move, you got a 3-wave, and then you got a 5-wave move. And so this looks like a rejection off the top. Probably gonna have a retest up there maybe, but it's coming down. Looks like gold's coming down. Maybe one more hit to the high. Maybe. But remember, we're at here the 1276. We're at corrective regions here. This was kind of a stop hunt to the high because I bet you a bunch of people thought it was about finished here. Once we got that pullback, stop hunt to the high, and then it's going on. So yeah, maybe. All right, guys, there it is. All right, I just catching up with the chat. Didn't want to ignore everybody. Wait for the end of World War III. I don't think we're gonna have World War III. I really don't. I think Trump's speech today was. Measured and pointed and good. I don't think the guy's a warmonger at all. I think he just has a measured response. Reminds me in the way he responded of a lot to Ronald Reagan. A lot I don't like about Trump, but I can at least respect what he did today and what he did the other day. But there again, I'm not looking to be at war with anybody. So I don't know all the facts and I don't know everything, and I'm not here to put my stamp of approval on anybody. I don't know about World War III. I'm thinking a little bit better about things after today for sure. All right, guys. All right, BTC going to 81.90. Yeah, possibly. If it does, but if it gets that high, it better not cross the $8,200 range. I think I already gave those invalidation points. So, all right, guys, got to cut it. Make sure lots of good information in this stream, guys. Lots of good information. If you came in late, make sure you rewind, catch the beginning 30 minutes. I give a lot of good BTC analysis there, and it's been a good conversation the whole way. So, there's just loaded all the way through. It's hard to pick a different point, where there was, where the information was, but it's all here. So I definitely want to go back and re-listen to if you didn't catch it all. You guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, welcome to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe. We'll give you our outlook the best we can. We're not always right, but we do the best we can, and at least you get a perspective to consider. But always do your own due diligence, and this isn't financial advice. So, all right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.